Brothers and sisters, I bring you greetings from Rockford, Illinois. This will be the first video in a series of videos that I'm planning for the coming year. Also, I want to use this platform to share and to connect with you. I am aware that not everyone have the time to read the long items from Newsline. These videos will be a summary of what goes out in Newsline. Some of these videos will be taped at a local church or at a district conference. So I invite you to join us when the taping is happening. As followers of Jesus, who seek to follow Jesus simply, peacefully together, what will that look like in relation to our theme for Annual Conference 2018, Living Parable? A parable can simply be defined as an earthly story with a heavenly meaning. That is to say, Jesus used earthly stories to point men and women to heavenly meanings. Paul said the same thing when he tries to connect the visible things of this world and the invisible things of God. As we can see in our scripture from Matthew 9, Jesus going throughout the cities and villages and towns, proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom, healing every sickness and diseases, and not only healing, but having compassion. And then he said to his disciples, "The harvest indeed is plentiful. Pray ye to the Lord of the harvest to send laborers into his harvest field." That's a paraphrase from Matthew 9:35 through 38. As the Church of the Brethren, our actions are not based on fame or celebrity status, but of simply following Jesus. Our action is by faithfully working and using our God-given talents, showing up day after day and working shoulder to shoulder in hammering swords into plowshare. And when we work to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and be with those in prison, in doing so, we are in fact brought closer to God and closer to one another. Embodying these activities in our lives becomes a natural response of being a living parable. Parables are often told in historical context. In this case, we are a living yet historical. Living because the community and the people around us read our lives as the scriptures, as the parable that they read in scriptures. I am inviting you to think about your life, your faith community, your district as a living parable, asking questions such as these. What stories am I living along the path in this journey of life? Or what story am I living behind? How does the community see me? For our lives are earthly stories with heavenly meaning. I also want to invite you and your faith community or your church to send me stories in writing or in video of how you are embodying being a living parable in your community. I am not asking for a vision of what you intend to be or to do, but tell me how you are embodying being a living parable in your community. I will attempt to share some of the stories that are sent to me with the wider church. Once again, your stories can be in written form or in a short video clip. You can send your stories to moderator@brethren.org. I will also invite you to join us in a town hall conversation on what it means to be a living parable. This will be a platform where we can all hear each other's stories as well as share what it means to be an embodied living parable in our communities. I want to sincerely thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to us having conversation in our town hall meeting. Living parable, are you one?